Hey, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula, and welcome to another Pokemon GO discussion video. So, Niantic announced that the season of Alola is going to be coming to a close, and they are going to be finishing it off with a finale event, and I actually think that there's a lot of things to be excited with this event, but unfortunately the community sentiment seems to be pretty negative. I'm going to be talking about all of the reasons why players are disappointed with this finale event in today's video, as well as provide my own personal thoughts regarding it. Alright, so with that said, let's roll the intro and jump right into it. Alrighty, so we finally reached the end point of the season of Alola. This has been one of the strongest seasons that we've had in Pokemon GO, but unfortunately, it looks like this season is ending on a mediocre note. I don't necessarily agree with all of the reasons why the community is disappointed by this event, but we should go over what the event will entail so that we can better understand why players are upset. So the big feature of this finale event is going to be a special research that is going to tie up the story of the season of Alola, and I have to say some of these rewards are actually pretty good. They're also going to be adding an element of player choice with this special research, and I actually think this is a pretty cool idea. During this finale special research, you'll be able to choose one of 4 different paths, and each path is going to have very specific rewards based on your own playstyle, and these are not insignificant rewards. There are actually a whole bunch of premium items that will actually progress you in this game, so yeah, there is a lot of value behind this event. Now, each of these paths are going to be themed around the different islands of the Alola region. The first path is going to be themed around the Meli Island, and you're going to be able to get 2 Poffins, a lure module, 4 lucky eggs, an encounter with Alolan Raichu, and an avatar item that's going to be a hat themed around Pom Pom style Oricorio. If you decide to go with the Akala Island, you will get an incense, 2 incubators, a super incubator, an encounter with Alolan Marowak, and a POW style Oricorio hat avatar item. Moving on, if you go to the Ula Ula path, then you are going to get a glacial lure, a magnetic lure, 4 incense, an encounter with Alolan Vulpix, and a Bale style Oricorio hat avatar item. And then finally, if you choose the Pony Island, you will get a Rocket Radar, 3 star pieces, a premium battle pass, an encounter with Alolan Executor, and a Sensu style Oricorio hat avatar item. Now, if you look at this, you can already tell that the best value is going to be either the Pony Island path or the Akala Island path. The Meli Island path is not necessarily that bad, especially if you are working on getting your Pokemon to best buddies, so those 2 Poffins could actually come in handy in that case. And then of course, 4 lucky eggs is going to be pretty substantial if you are still trying to get to level 50, and that is definitely going to help you out. So if you are focusing on leveling and collecting experience, then this one might be the path that you should choose. And that leaves us with the Ula Ula Island path, and I have to say this is definitely the most disappointing, so I suggest not going with this path unless you really want that specific style of Oricorio hat. You'll also be able to evolve regular Cubones into Alolan Marowak during this event, and it's going to have the legacy move Shadow Bone. So if you are looking for an Alolan Marowak with Shadow Bone, then this is going to be a great opportunity for you to get it. You should also take into consideration that if you are sitting on a Cubone with very good PvP IVs, then this will be your opportunity to get an Alolan Marowak with those IVs. This is pretty huge considering that previously the only way to get Alolan Marowak is through raid battles, so that means you are not going to get the ideal PvP IVs when you collected this Pokemon. But now you have an opportunity to get those, and that is definitely an opportunity you should not ignore during this event. And I actually don't know if this is confirmed, but you could possibly get a Shadow Alolan Marowak for the very first time if you evolve a Shadow Cubone. But again, we don't know if this is actually going to be true until the event starts, but I'm really hoping it's true because that would be really awesome. We're also going to be getting a whole bunch of Alola themed wild spawns and raid encounters, and I actually think this is where most players are really disappointed with this finale event. In the wild, you could come across Alolan Rattata, Cubone, Rowlet, Litten, Poplio, Pick-a-Peck, and Yungoos, and if you're lucky, you may come across an Alolan Meowth or an Alolan Executor. And then in 1-star raid battles, you could come across Alolan Rattata, Alolan Geodude, Alolan Diglett, Alolan Grimer, and Rockruff. In 3-star raids, you're going to see Alolan Raichu, Alolan Exeggutor, and Alolan Marowak. And then in 5-star raids, you're going to see Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Tapu Bulu, and Tapu Fini. Hatching from 7km eggs, you're going to see Alolan Rattata, Dewpitter, Fomantis, Oranguru, Alolan Meowth, Alolan Grimer, Alolan Sandshrew, Alolan Vulpix, Alolan Diglett, and Stuffle. So overall, on paper, this is a pretty stacked event. There's going to be a special research with a lot of premium rewards and a whole bunch of Alola themed wild spawns, most of which that can be shiny. But it's actually the wild spawns where a lot of players are voicing their disappointment. It's mainly because there isn't a new Alolan Pokemon that's going to be introduced during this event, and that is actually pretty interesting because you would think that they would introduce some kind of Alolan Pokemon during this finale event, but unfortunately, the spawns and raid encounters are all Pokemon that we've already seen. People are also pointing out the absence of Jangmo-O, which is of course the pseudo-legendary Pokemon for this generation, and a lot of players were looking forward to collecting more of those during this finale event. But unfortunately, it's not part of the special wild spawns, so unless you get super lucky and run into it in the wild, you're not likely going to come across this Pokemon for this finale event. You would think that Niantic would take all of the standout Pokemon and shove them into this finale, but unfortunately, we're getting a whole bunch of junk Pokemon, and that's actually really disappointing. Now, in terms of my personal thoughts regarding this event, I actually think it's pretty good. I think the rewards for the special research are substantial. You're getting a great value out of this special research, like a whole bunch of premium items that typically would cost Pokecoins, you're going to be getting them for free. And I do like this idea of player choice. Depending on your playstyle or your personal goals in Pokemon Go, you could choose a different path with specific rewards. And I'm presuming that the tasks for each of these paths are going to be different, so they are kind of catering to your specific playstyle, which I am a big fan of. Now, with all of that said, I do think that some of the criticisms behind this finale event are completely valid. The wild spawns are extremely disappointing, especially because I have a whole bunch of these Pokemon already, and they're not necessarily Pokemon where I'm trying to collect Candy XL. It would have been really nice if they included Pokemon like Jangmo-O in this wild spawn pool, as well as introduce new and powerful Alolan Pokemon that definitely could impact the Go Battle League as well as with raid battles. Speaking of which, we kind of predicted that all of the Island Guardian Deity Pokemon are going to be in 5-star raids, and I am kind of indifferent regarding this, especially because all of the Tapu Pokemon are not necessarily the strongest, except for maybe Tapu Fini, but it's specifically for the Ultra League. Considering that there's so many different legendaries and mythicals within the Alola region, it would have been really neat if they introduced one of these new legendaries through this finale event. But unfortunately, that's not the route that they ended up going with, and they kind of stuck to their guns and had all of the Island Guardians as the raid bosses, and I'm kind of indifferent regarding that. And of course, they really should have improved the reward structure for the Ula Ula Island path. I predict that not a lot of players are going to choose this path during the finale event special research. Even though Niantic is giving us player choice with this special research, I actually think there are some obvious choices, especially if you are a trainer who is already level 50 or pretty close to level 50, and yeah, a lot of these items are just extremely valuable and you'd be foolish not to take them. Overall, I'm still pretty excited about this event, and I do think that there's still a lot of things to look forward to. If not just the special research, there is a potential that you could pick up yourself a really nice shiny through the wild spawns and raid encounters, and that's always something you should never ignore. But yeah, I am disappointed that they're not introducing a new Alolan Pokemon in either raid battles or wild spawns, and I really think this is a bit of a missed opportunity. This event is pretty good, but it could have been a lot better. That's basically my consensus regarding it, and I really do think that Niantic is going to take some lessons with this event, especially with the initial backlash of the announcement. Who knows when we're going to get the rest of the Alolan region Pokemon that haven't been introduced yet, but I really do hope it's pretty soon. Now, one final controversy that I kind of wanted to touch on before I end this video is in regards to this $5 ticket that's going to be in the shop. They did mention that there's going to be a bonus special research that you will have to unlock, so I'm wondering if this is going to be pay to win. The wording of this ticket is pretty confusing. I don't necessarily know if it's going to be required in order for you to unlock that end of season special research, or if it's going to be the end of season special research outright. They've kind of done this in the past, but I'm really kind of curious to see how it's going to go down. I did see a few comments saying that this is pretty much pay to win, but this could be all a misunderstanding. I'm wondering if all of the premium rewards are going to be free, and buying this ticket is only going to unlock more of those premium rewards. Hopefully Niantic clarifies this wording, or maybe it's just me and I'm the only one that's confused by it. If that's the case, then definitely help me out by explaining it down below in the comment section. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this discussion video. Again, this is a pretty hot topic right now, so I would love to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Are you excited for this finale event, or are you in agreement that this event could have been a lot better? Definitely share those thoughts down below, and let's have a great discussion. And if it's your first time here to my YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget that little bell so you stay updated on whenever I upload videos. And if you ended up enjoying this video, hit that like button as well. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support my channel in any way, then do consider checking out the links in the description below. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'm Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.